All right. Welcome, Lakers live broadcast fans and all Lakers fans joining. Please remember to hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Awful game last night against the Celtics. Oh, man. Jeez. What an embarrassing game. But I'm here with my very, very good friend, Scott, who unfortunately is a Celtics fan. Let's get him in here right now. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Scott, to the after game show, the after show, the live broadcast after show, where we talk about this game that we just watched after we just watched it.
Yeah, am I on?
You're on.
Okay, cool. Thanks for having me. You know what? That was, I know you're not going to say maybe it was a fun game, but it was a fun game in the fact that it felt like a playoff game for a part of it. Like a big
Sure,
part of
sure. It did.
and I was excited like it was a playoff game, and, we were doing this afterwards. And so it felt like there
For
was
sure.
stuff riding on it. Yeah. Real cool.
It did. I thought that look, this team's been really good in the first quarter for most of their games, whether they win or lose. They have an exciting first quarter. But it was very competitive. I think up until we got to the 7 minute mark in the third quarter, I think that's where they just fell off. They started
Yeah.
getting discouraged. To be honest with you, I think it probably started to melt when we started getting those tech fouls. You know as well as I do that Jaylen Brown went up and elbowed Marcus Smart in the cheek, and whatever. From that moment on, it felt like the Lakers just couldn't get back on the rails. They could not figure out how to get together.
Yeah, it really, and I think it's worse because Marcus Smart used to be on my team, and what always drove me nuts about him was he would get the ball stolen or something would happen, and he'd stay back to fight with the ref or complain or just lay on the floor and do this while the other team's running down and scoring. And I've seen it with Luka and him now, but it drains the energy and it creates
takes
like
out
a negative.
yeah.
It's like a whole negative, like it's refs against us kind of thing, and you don't want that.
No.
And you nailed the timing right on the third quarter. And it was even when the sportscasters were saying, this is really where they got to turn up the juice. But instead, it was like 4 straight plays of the Lakers coming down, shooting a three, kind of forcing a three, and it was just bomb.
Forcing a three. Yep.
And that just makes your fans just roll their eyes,
Right.
When you want to see them do something. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I was talking about that in the live. It just zaps the energy, and that's the whole point of home court, right? You need the fans there getting you going, and it just zapped them completely. They were like, "Oh, here we go. Here's another lackluster performance from the Lakers against the Celtics. Glad we paid thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for these tickets to come here and watch this team just fall flat."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched that. I've watched that from Smart. Luka almost every single time. He's not known for getting back on defense or being able to play good defense at all anyways, but
Yeah.
he's constantly bitching at the refs. And LeBron, look, I'm not going to get mad at a 41-year-old, but I am going to get mad at a lack of effort. I am going to get mad at you being a liability on the team because you're back here bitching about. And look, if they're going to go back and let the coaches do it, let the coaches go tell them, look at the play, give us the points for that, being a goaltender not. But if you're going to try to come on here and in gameplay while the clock is rolling and the ball is on the other side, and now the 4 players without you are trying and scrambling to play defense while you're bitching at the ref, it's an awful look. It's always been an awful look. And yeah, you lost that possession now. Not only did you not make the basket or whatever you're bitching about, right? You already lost that, but now we're going down even more, 2, 3, maybe even 4 in some instances down in the hole because they got a 5-on-4 on the other side. And often, right, when it's Luka and LeBron doing it, with the 3 bench players are supposed to do what against the second place seed? Like it's tough. It's tough to watch them play like that. I think the toughest part for me is watching them not get up to the competition level that's being put out. And they did it. You could see them doing it, but I think that they're not in game condition, right? It felt like they were with them for the first 2 quarters, or at least the first and decent into the second. Like it was still, but they were still in it in the half. They were still in the game at the half. And then, in the third quarter, they just started slipping. And, man, hustle plays. Just the effort wasn't there. And Boston came in to say, Look, you watch way more Boston games than I watch. I only watch the ones where they're playing us and spanking us. But it feels like this is a team that has a consistency on effort, at least, where every night they're coming out here, diving for balls, getting rebounds, whether it's a team rebound or an individual rebound, going for steals, knowing that even if they overplay, right, they've got guys behind them to clean up until you can get back in defensive stance.
Yeah.
Whereas our guys, you saw it. Even when Jaylen Brown, look, he had the steal, it was a great steal, telegraph pass, went all the way down, but no one, there was nothing. They were just like, oh, right, yeah. He got the steal. I guess that's it. I guess we'll just wait down here, let our guards go run down for an inbound.
I'm like, no, you chase that down no matter what. What's been nice for the Celtics is it's not nice, but the silver lining of Tatum being out is guys like Ugo, Walsh, all those young dudes that come in, Baylor, all those guys that have something to prove and they want playing time, they're getting it and they're coming out and they're all fighting for it and just going, especially Ugo, like you saw him guarding Luka at the beginning.
Dude, he looked phenomenal tonight.
He's a rookie.
Rookie going out there, babyface Gonzalez, getting out there, rolling hard, man. He was going up for bounds. He was playing with his body. He was active. And then I got to watch slot play in the fourth quarter. Dalton Connect come out. And I know that he's been bitching about playing time, but what are you doing when you get it? Yeah. You know, if you're not going to go out there and actually perform or play hard, that's why you're not getting more time.
Well, you guys got Kennard, and then like listening to his stats, he's got the best 3-point percentage, but he only gets to shoot like 3 or 4 a night. And I'm surprised he's not utilized more. When you got guys like LeBron and Luka and drawing defenders and stuff. But I figured he'd get put into the offense a little bit more, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily integrating him into that offense or if it's specifically this game. Like I was saying in the live, the Celtics didn't care. They're like, you guys aren't shooting. It would have been a completely different mindset and strategy if we were hitting shots.
For sure.
We weren't hitting shots, so the Celtics were like, fine, fucking shoot it. We don't care. So we'll be able to guard everyone. There's nowhere to pass. We're not doubling. You can't get past us, so we're not worried about you blowing by. And even if you happen to blow by, we've got secondary defenders that'll come up and protect the rim. So fine, shoot. And if you're going to go Luka on us and start hitting a bunch of threes, then we'll adapt. But there was no time in the game where they had to adapt because it never happened from neither of them.
I was thankful because there's quite a few like definitely open moments where you guys had some really great defensive stops against us, and then we're just kept taking it back down and just missing open shots. And I was like, thank God they're not hitting these, because those are the ones that you don't hit, and it allows the Celtics to get up 11-12. And then you feel these guys going, man, are we going to have to fight through a third and fourth quarter again? And you just saw the energy start to die in that third quarter around that 7-minute mark. They were just like, we're done. I'm just shooting threes now.
Exactly. Well, and here's the thing. They weren't just missing from the 3-point line, man. They were getting no shots in the lane. Ayton was putting up bullshit. Even LeBron's missing layups, man. Like, luckily on that one time, he got his own rebound and was able to put it up easy. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. You're 41. I don't want to keep putting that on him. But in that moment, you should know you're so far into this league and this game of basketball to know how important the crowd is. Just go up and dunk it. You don't need to do some high-powered tomahawk thing, but just dunk it, a regular dunk. But if you're just going to do a little soft layup, I love the 2 points, but let's ignite something. And he just never. And whether that's his legs or whatever, but...
Well, I talked to you the other day about it and like just how he's like passive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he always... You want to see LeBron take those last second shots, and he would have it, and he'd have a matchup, and LeBron's outsizing the guy, and he'll dribble it and then try to pass it off, and it's like, take it in, go one-on-one, like do what if you're the GOAT and you're the captain of this team, lead them back. But he just kept wanting to. It's like when he just back the days, he just wants to get everybody involved because they were going to lose no matter what, when he's drinking wine,
or he's just putting it off so he doesn't get the blame. Like, look, I've heard Jaylen Brown this entire season come out and say, I'll go one-on-one with anyone. And LeBron doesn't have that mentality anymore. He also doesn't have the ability. I've seen him play against other teams where you're not getting past them. We're late in the second. We're in the third. It's not like it's starter on starter anymore. Their bench players are out here guarding you and you can't get past them. Mm-hmm. So if you can't drive and and he's never been an excellent fadeaway shooter. You know, I'm not saying that he can't hit it, but he's not Kobe. He's not Tatum. He's not hitting shots that don't require him to have to blow by you to either get open or get to the bucket.
Yeah.
And nobody it felt like really wanted to go to the bucket enough. They rely far too much, and I think this league just in general relies far too much on the 3-point ball. But if you're not going to hit it, what the fuck else are you going to do? They tried to move in. They couldn't even hit mid-range shots. It's like, then you got to get to the free throw line. And if that's when you're going to start playing, oh, well, I got fouled and I'm going to bitch because I didn't get the foul. Well, you already lost. You already lost then.
Yeah. So I missed, I came into the game late. I missed the first like 6-7 minutes of the game, maybe less. But I came in and
didn't even watch the full game, and I still have to sit here with this.
I did my best. But Hayes was already out, and I still don't know what happened.
I don't either. I was watching the game and I have no idea what happened.
Oh, okay. They just said, well, yeah, and Hayes ain't coming back in. I go, did he get injured? Because no one's
has to be.
Yet. Okay, I didn't know.
Maybe it's part of his Wizards court order. You're only allowed to play 3 minutes a game now until your settlement. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt like, and even when Ayton was out there, he was getting pulled. He was getting pulled out to the. They had a strategy for the whole thing, man. Missoula had a strategy for let's get all of their tall guys away from the rim, and then we'll just attack it because they're going to want to stay with their guy. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're out there guarding the point guard, what are you going to do? Like, he's going to dribble around you or pass away, and if you're not down on the block trying to at least cloud the lane, they're just going to enter it and score every single time.
It's so funny is right when Ayton came onto the court, he did a really great move and just splashed a hook shot. And I was like, oh, shit, is tonight going to be the DeAndre Ayton night? Is he what's going to bring down the Celtics? I was like getting ready for it. But then as I watched, I was like, yeah, no, he's not doing anything.
It feels like sometimes, and especially tonight, it felt like those little baby hook, those little shots that he's doing. I get that that's the shot that you're practicing. I get that that's the shot that you want. But if you're just going to expect it to go in, because there's no push, I see plenty of other players in this league do that same shot and then push to go try to get the rebound just in case it pops off. And nothing. He throws it up and it's like, oh, I did my job. Oh, it didn't go in. Oh, I didn't get the rebound. Oh, I guess I'll lollygag back to now be on defense. And you're already late to the game, man. They've already pushed in transition and already scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tough game to watch. I'm not going to lie to everybody. I was really hoping to be able to come on to this Q&A with Scott and talk some shit. And God, man, again, it's tough. It's tough ever since the Celtics won number 18. We're sitting here back one down. And now every time we go up against them, it's just, it feels like this team, rivalry-wise even, doesn't even get up to want to say, look, we've circled this game in the calendar. We're going to make sure that we get up for these games specifically. And I get that the Clippers took a lot out of them, unfortunately, on Friday night. But, Coach, whatever you're doing, let them rest all day Saturday so that they can at least have enough energy to get up and get them mentally prepared for Sunday. But the fact of the matter is that the Lakers can't hang 4 quarters with a good team. Mm-hmm. Let alone a great team. A good team, you're not going to be able to hang 4 quarters. It's not going to happen anymore. I think that was like our 92nd different starting lineup, and everyone's healthy now. So there is no, you know what I mean? Everyone's supposed to be in game shape, but it just feels like we don't have the conditioning. Everyone's tired. And when you're not hitting shots, we can't be in the game unless the offense is rolling.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be hitting those shots. That was it. And also because, when you get like LeBron and Luka and Ayton and Smart out there, they're still like Smart's still a dog, but he's lost a step. You know what I mean? And Ayton's just wandering out there. And it's so when you get I can't remember who the 5th guy was. Oh, I think it was Hayes starting, but like I said, I missed that beginning.
Rui.
Oh, Rui. Okay, so it's like where's the energy? Where's the high defense coming from? It's like. Everyone out here is like no one really fits that bill. Like Smart, but like I said, he's fouling more than
Man, Vanderbilt's supposed to be our anchor on defense. That's like the whole reason he's out there because he's a complete liability on offense. Whether he
Yeah.
shoots, I think maybe I've seen him hit one 3-point shot out of like 15 in the last. You know what I mean? It's just you're not a threat at all on that. But he's not performing well enough on the defensive end to really warrant or justify much of anything.
Yeah, he had
So
a couple moments tonight, but yeah,
it's not enough.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
enough. No.
Especially when you got the Celtics. They played such great ball denial and on ball with Reeves. They took him out. They took him
Yeah.
out of the game. He was able to make his moves and get into the lane and get some points, but he couldn't get a rhythm going. And they made sure that you're not going to beat us. If anyone's going to beat us, it's going to have to be LeBron. It's going to have to be Luka, and neither one of them showed up tonight to at least be able to start hitting some shots and take the pressure off so that they have to now pay attention to them and open up Kennard, Austin Reeves, any of these cats. It felt like we played right into the Celtics strategy of pull the big man out and then just hound him. And
Yeah.
and man, and then Peyton Pritchard went off.
Yeah, he's nuts. I love that
Dude's
guy.
nuts. What is he? What is he? 5'3"? How tall is this kid?
He's 6'1", but he looks small.
Yeah,
Like,
man, he looks like Derek Fisher out there against Giants.
Yeah,
And he was just balling hard, dude.
yeah. Every night he
Deep
brings.
threes, lane shots, teardrops.
That's the most
couldn't stop
impressive
him.
one. Is he drives it into the paint and then he turns around and fades back, and the tallest dudes he still gets it up and over them. He's you can tell he
Yeah.
just worked on that constantly.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, he's got two big guys right there that he can practice with. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't know what they're doing in practice, man. I'm sure I could have my own couple hours on criticizing practice, and I don't know. It's sad. It's sad to me to watch. It's always been sad to me to watch LeBron be so chummy with everyone, with the other team, with anything.
Yeah.
There's never that, I hate to say Mamba mentality, but there's never that grit that he had it when he was younger, man. You know what I mean? When he was younger, when he was on Miami, when he was on Cleveland, there came moments when it was like, I'm hard stoned right now, focused on this game. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to dominate. And maybe it's confidence, it's ability, let's be honest. But you're setting the tone. Your 52.6 mil is out here trying to set the tone. And if you're not even going to set it positively, what does anyone have to pull from at all?
Yeah.
And yeah, Luka felt like he was in left field. Like just shots weren't hitting. The Dirk shot wasn't falling for him. He just couldn't get it going. He got a lucky layup on one, I think, but yeah, man, this team falls apart defensively regardless, but can't even be in the game if their offense isn't rolling. That's really what I've noticed is most of the strategy is let's hope that Luka hits a great shot or can start balling hard, and we don't have to get taken out too hard on defense. We can hope for some stops. We can hope for some mistakes because it's not like they're necessarily creating a bunch of turnovers either. Even the turnovers tonight the Celtics had, it was their fault. It was unforced. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we were creating the turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was tough. Even when the Celtics played the Mavericks, what was your 20? Not last year, but the year before, when Luka was still on the Mavericks.
Right.
And the reason when we played him in the playoffs, the reason why I think, and I still don't agree with the owner of the Dallas Mavericks trading him, but I think what they saw was this guy is like liability on the defensive end, is a killer on the offensive end, but if he has an off night, then we can't win.
Yeah.
And so it was because you got to have these other people making it up on the other end, you know?
I don't think that was a good enough reason to trade him for Mr. I don't know if I'm even going to play.
I couldn't believe they traded what they got back for him. Like that's
I'm saying, I still don't know how that trade went through. I still remember exactly where I was sitting there, getting the text from like all my friends being like, "What, Luka to LA?" And like, you never thought anything like that was going to happen. Yeah. And no one wants to think that anything's going to happen next season. But God, I hope we can do something to get someone We need someone else in here, and if that means replacing LeBron, it means we gotta replace LeBron. We gotta replace Ayton. So if we can replace Ayton and LeBron with the same player, we gotta go Giannis. I don't know what else to say. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
who
know.
else to try to go get.
We had the whole first part of the season with Keita and Luka Garza and did great. You know what I mean? If you could just get some a strong defender that's going to hustle, like you probably don't need a star. You just need someone that's going to
Yeah.
board and defend and have energy.
Yeah, I mean, right? Every championship run's got to have those role players that come out there and want to do the work. And I don't know if we have that on this. We definitely don't have it on our bench. Our bench just doesn't have the ability to do it.
Mm.
And it feels like anyone who's starting for whatever reason, I mean, look, the starters out there, none of them are defensive players other than Marcus Smart. You know what I mean? Known for that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's not their calling card at all. So
yeah,
you're out here trying to put 4 or 5 offensive guys out there against a sound squad. The Celtics look good on both ends of the floor, and I thought Jaylen Brown was going to try to take it to the Beverly Hills Cops, going off for 40 plus, but he didn't need to. I mean,
yeah,
Pritchard showed up, and it wasn't like we were necessarily stopping him, but every time he had the chance, he was like, "I'm taking it to the bucket. I'm going to
yeah.
get you guys so." I'm gonna get you guys so discombobulated with stoppage time, me going to the free throw line. You guys get like he got under their skin immediately. That's why all those immediate technical fouls were happening. He's underneath their skin because it's like what? Oh fuck, this is Jaylen Brown playing like Luca. You know what I mean? Getting to the free throw line and making everyone pissed off that the game stopped again.
Yeah, it's really nice to see him change his game up and be more like that, with Tatum out. I'm curious how it's going to be when Tatum does come back, but because he gets to be the alpha, you know what I mean? And it's like he's the main guy, whereas they usually share that. Tatum will come out, he'll get to do that, but you can't get it in any sort of flow doing that, if you're constantly switched, like having two quarterbacks for the same team.
I mean, he's already doing light practice work with them, isn't he, Tatum?
Well, I mean, yeah, he has been, and there's a lot of conspiracy theory going around about, I think it's March 10th when they play the Spurs, because they switched the game from, it was like the Hawks and someone on national TV to the Celtics, and then people keep putting all these
Oh,
ties together about, oh, all of a sudden so and so is coming to that game. Like, what's all of a sudden making this game so special? And so
is
we're
this
wondering
is this Kobe wannabe trying to get in on a second, maybe first seed, join them like second round in the playoffs and get another championship out of it? I bet.
I mean, like, just what worries me, I don't want him to like hurt his other leg or I've always been in the camp that even if he could push it and get back this year, just stay out till the next season. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate saying
Would
that.
you trade it for a chip? Would you trade him getting injured for a chip to go to 19? Would you trade it? Would you trade
No, I
him
wouldn't. No,
coming back? You
no,
wouldn't. I'd
no.
trade anyone on the team for another chip.
Oh no,
Anyone.
no, man. It's no way, no way.
I'm about now. I'm about
I
now.
get why you would.
We got to get back. We can't go 2 down. 1 down is enough, man. 1 down is already enough. It's so hard to win in this league. I mean, don't get me wrong. You already brought him up. San Antonio is legit. OKC is legit. Like, and Garland coming onto the Clippers now. I mean, shit. Even Cleveland's legit now with Harden being there.
Yeah,
And then there's Detroit. There's always Detroit. They've
yeah.
been there the whole time. They've been playing so consistent this season.
Yeah, they're a bad matchup for us. They're the team that I think scares me the worst. I know you wanted to talk a little about playoff. I didn't when this season was coming, like in the summer and the off season. I was like, I bet we're actually going to do good at the beginning, and then because we don't have that many dudes, like slow down as the season goes on. But so I've been so surprised and happy with how it actually has been, and that's probably Coach Mazzulla just getting these dudes ready, and he's
For
a
sure.
killer too, and he's not going to
Yeah,
let anyone
man.
slack. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, and so it's just been great. And so I'm like, look, I didn't think we'd get that. Oh, can I? Sorry if you're not allowed to cuss. I didn't think we'd get
Go for
that
it.
far in the playoffs if we're going to make it. Now I'm like, oh, we're definitely making the playoffs, but how's it
man,
going to
they're
go?
contenders. I mean,
Yeah.
this is only maybe the third time that I've seen them play, but yeah, they're contenders.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, when we had Simons on the team, it was hard to let him go because he saved our butt so many times when it was like Pritchard's the only one doing anything right now. Like if the defense is shutting down Brown and White, then we really are hoping Pritchard can pull something together, or Sam Hauser somehow gets something going. But
Yeah.
when then we'd have Anthony Simmons come in, and he's just this freak athlete, and he can score and he could take it to the hoop, and those are against other people's benches, for the most part. And it was really nice having him on the team. But hopefully the Vooch thing works out well. I think he's going to hopefully be a big part of our answer to Detroit.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
Like tonight,
I wasn't.
He played a little in the first quarter, and then it was no big, and then it was Keita, and then it was just Keita for the rest of the night, and then Luka at the end. But I don't know why.
I don't know. I wasn't impressed with him in Chicago. I haven't been impressed with him really anywhere. But what a get to be able to just have and kind of just sit there. Like I was saying during the game, like it felt like you guys didn't even barely brush your bench. But it's because they're so well conditioned to just go out there and run. They're they're not tired. And man, my team, man, the Lakers aren't conditioned well at all. You can see them being tired. You see it in their face. You see it in their legs.
Yeah.
We just don't have the legs, man. And even, man, it had nothing to do with their legs, but the Celtics were shooting short in the beginning. They were shooting everything short. And they were like, fuck it. Like, just keep going hard. And then they realized, look, shots are short right now. Push to the basket, get to the free throw line. And that was it. That was the whole game for them. Just keep pushing it, get them in foul trouble, get them pissed. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really, really hard game to watch as a Lakers fan. It was a fun game, though. It's always a fun game to watch these two teams play. At least one of them usually wants to show some decent basketball. Unfortunately, the Lakers tonight were not that team.
It felt like that, as far as the rivalry goes, the Missoula Celtics, I feel like have that Lakers, like they get up for these Lakers games. Before Missoula,
sure.
Like Brad Stevens, and even before, I'd watch the games and be like, do you guys even care? Like, I would get so mad, especially if the Lakers were playing in Boston and then the fans are there. Like, every Laker fan demands the Lakers beat the Celtics when they come, and every Boston fan is demanding that they rise like it's the game 7 to
exactly
beat the Lakers at home. Like, that's all you got to do, right? And that's all the fans want. And so it's hard.
That's all we want.
It's hard to see your team just kind of, dragging their feet up the court and not really going for it,
Yeah, that's like I was proud of the game. I was proud of the effort in the first half, and unfortunately, like I said, they just can't hang. They just can't hang for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and it could have been different if they were hitting the shots also.
Of course, yeah, right, yeah. Name of the game. If you can get the buckets to go, you're always going to at least be in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, even at the end, man, no, there wasn't. Look, if I was on this squad, and no, I'm not good at basketball at all. I could never play in the NBA, but at least I would want to go out there and say, look, we got beat by 21 last time. Let's at least try to clean that up. Let's try to at least look better than we did in December. And it's like, you're just going to dribble it out. Like, and I get it, but you sit on the bench anyways. Who gives a shit? Go drive and try to make a bucket. At least show the home crowd. We're not just going to wave it here in the last. I don't care how many seconds are left. Go try to put it in. It's not like they were giving it to you either, so it wouldn't look like it was a cheap type of basket. You know what I mean? The Celtics were there ready to play defense if you decided you wanted to run a play and try to do anything. But just to sit there, over the half court line and dribble it out like, oh, well, I guess we suck. And yeah, you guys took it to us. I can't wait to get home. It's Sunday night. Fuck this. It was like, yeah, exactly, man. Fuck this. What the hell am I paying to watch this shit for?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, at least you're not the king.
Yeah. We kind of tracked over everything that I kind of wanted to talk about. Oh, geez, we hit the rivalries. I mean, I guess we can move on to not really moving on to it, but expound a little bit here at the end of this. What are your predictions here for the playoffs and even going into the off season for this squad?
So it's I don't know what's going to happen with Tatum. It's a big wild card. Let's say he doesn't come back. I still think there's there's teams like the Thunder and Detroit, and I'm just trying to think off my head, like that scare me trying to go 7 games with,
Right.
But I think we could do really good as long as we stay healthy and at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I worry about we lose any one of our components, like one of our main components, like either JB or Pritchard or White, like those guys. It could really shorten up how far we make it into the playoffs. So I just hope they stay healthy. I hope JB's hamstrings stay healthy, and I just don't know what to expect about Tatum. Like, and it was one of those things going into the season. Like, I don't want to hear about, was Tatum coming back? Is Tatum coming back all year long? And of course, that's what it's been all year long. And it makes you wonder. Like, I just like I said, I would just love to have him back 1,000% healthy, then try to toss him into the playoffs 85% healthy and have something go wrong is all. And
Right.
But like, if you could tell me, oh, we put him back, everything goes fine, and he stays healthy, and you guys play like you did before, I'd be like, okay, let's do it. But
Of course.
no magic ball. So, yeah, I think I gotta watch us play the Cavs and see
Totally.
what that's like, and then.
But you don't see any weak spots as of right now. You're just worried about keeping the spots you got healthy and good.
Well, the weak spots are when we play teams like Detroit. I was bringing up. I hate it because they outsize us even in guards, and like everyone, it feels like almost everyone's a defensive liability out there. Like Pritchard, Hauser, White, they just get backed down real easy with the cast on Detroit. And as I was watching that, I was like, yeah, we really need to get an enforcer. We got Vooch, but I'm like, I at least it's a good sub for when Kata comes out, because when Kata was coming out, or he got in foul trouble against Detroit, they're just killing Luka Garza. And
of course,
that's when I was like, well, now I don't know how we even come back against this at this point, seeing where the holes are there. So that's why you got to avoid the foul trouble. But it's nice getting Vooch. But yeah, so those are the kind of things I see, is the sizing and like matching up against them. And I think the Vooch trade helped for that. We'll see. We got to play him.
Definitely on size, no doubt. Even though he got the chair pulled out from under him.
Yeah, he's been playing like kind of low minutes, and yeah. There are some fun plays tonight, man.
There was. I mean, it definitely had its moments. It definitely was a great production, honestly, from NBC tonight. I mean, they had a lot to go on, and unfortunately, a lot of it wasn't. Here's a bunch of Lakers highlights, but right, because they're spending time showing banners. And at the halftime, I got to see Coach Riley out there talking with some of the Showtime Lakers, and that was cool. But it felt like, oh shit, Lakers aren't playing well. Let's hit them with the nostalgia. And it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I love the nostalgia. That's what the Raptors are for, right? Is to show all the accolades and all the things that the franchise has done in its history. But this squad right now, I'm having a hard time sometimes trying to find something to clap about or get excited about. And as far as playoff predictions for us, man, I'm hoping we can even get in. If we end up in the play-in, I'm scared of the play-in. So if you don't secure something, I'm scared of the play-in. But I'm scared of getting booted in the first round because, like I said, they can't hang. And without defense, and the team rebounding tonight was so bad. I don't know what's happened in today's NBA, but there's too much volleyball. Get the ball, right? I get it. If it's out of the way, do whatever you can do to tap it. But if you're not going to try to tap it to yourself, like Rodman used to do, like Meta World Peace used to do, you're just tapping it to open air, and anyone's going to go grab it. So
yeah, I do see that a lot. Like the just slapping it to the open ground and seeing who gets it.
Yeah, hoping for the best. And if you're not the team that's going to go hustle for it, you've already lost this possession.
Yeah,
and there it goes. But yeah, I'm scared for the playoffs. Obviously, I always want them to at least be in the dance, to at least be out there to try to get. But yeah, It's gonna be tough. It's worse if you don't make the playoffs and you don't even get a chance. But yeah, it's gonna suck going into any sort of a round and play 7 games against anyone. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough. The West is loaded, and the top 5 in the East. The East has definitely brought itself back. Like I remember what 10 years ago, after Boston, right? The East wasn't shit. Like they just couldn't do it. And then in the last what 5, 6, 7 years, the East is like, all right, let's get our shit back together and start winning some titles and put ourselves back on the map as far as we came here to play. And
Yeah.
yes, very much to Boston's credit, for sure.
Yeah. Pacers, Celtics, Cavs. The Knicks have been doing it.
The Knicks.
The Knicks, and then the team that I was literally scared of as coming a superpower about 3 years ago was the Orlando Magic. They just looked like they were building something epic, and then I don't know what they've done since, but it's just been on the decline. And I was like, I thought with Paulo and Franz and all their dudes that they had there, they were a tough matchup.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. With him now, he was a good ad as well. But even still, they just I don't know. Maybe it's coaching. I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, if you got players like that and they're young, I mean, I hate to throw JJ to the fire, but look, man, if you can't do it, we gotta find someone who can. I know we need a better roster. I know we need a better bench, and that's on Mitch. But I feel bad. Almost every single post game, I'm watching JJ, and he just looks so beat up. Just like what am I supposed to do? I can't go out there and do it for him.
Yeah,
I saw
think
one of these. Go ahead.
I was just gonna. I think that's part of the problem too. Is I bet he is a great coach, and he does have some odd pieces to fit together to try to make work, and it's tricky. And it's just like you said at the very beginning. You guys, there's got to be a switch out in there. I don't know what I would do with LeBron at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure which way to lean.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's like, look, he's still putting in decent numbers, but you're not putting in starter numbers. This is veteran off the bench numbers that would look great. The problem that I see is that you're just taking up way too much cap space. We can't bring anyone in here to take over. And I don't know what his feelings are, what his confidence is with Luka actually being on the team. It's hard to gauge that. It's hard to gauge bringing in a player like that. Not just the type of player, but also foreign, right? A major global superstar coming onto your squad on your decline, and the attention is definitely shifted. He's shining. He's new. He does crazy awesome stuff that you used to be doing, and yeah, you've lost 1, 2, maybe 3 steps. And yeah, just poor effort tonight. Poor effort from all of them. It was hard to watch. Hard to watch, especially against what's supposed to be the top rivalry in the league. And I thought NBC did a good job trying to bring that back out, try to remind people, this is a rivalry. This is important. This is supposed to be for the fans. This is a big time thing. I still think that even though my basketball team lost, that your basketball team sucks. And I hate them forever. But I love you, but not as much as I could if you weren't wearing that stupid shirt and didn't like that stupid team.
Well, I'm just staying humble right now is all.
Look at this guy. Oh man, the humble potato person over here. Oh man.
It's fun though to have the dynamic, you know what I mean?
I have to have some sort of a counter because I got nothing over here to talk shit about at all. I'm trying to get hyped on pulling the chair out on a brand new player on the squad who should have known by now not to pull that gun. It doesn't matter, whatever. But thank you so much, Scott, for coming on to this after show. I hate your team like we've already established, but thank you so much for talking with you. It's always awesome to talk to you, my friend. And let's hope for a way better game the next time these two come together. Again, you guys, thank you so much for being here.
Championship again. Celtics, Lakers.
Hell yes. Yes, we need these teams in the finals. We need them in the finals. Although I'll tell you, man, the All-Star game was up like 40% in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And is it because of the world? Who knows? I have no idea, but people were excited to watch.
I actually didn't watch it. I only watched the highlights. But I thought it was cool, and I've talked to people who did watch it as well, and sounds like they did a really great job bringing competition back.
I thought so too.
And so I was like, oh, well, I'll check it. Now after hearing that, I'm like, well, I'll watch next year then.
Oh yeah, you'll get invested.
I've been fooled enough times in the last couple of years, and it's just not fun when they're like, oh, you go ahead and shoot it. It's cool.
I almost got fooled by that dunk contest, man. Like I didn't want to clown on Jackson Hayes, but anyway, regardless, thank you so much for being here.
No problem. I appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this. Once again, please like and subscribe, and as always, go Lakers.